everybody, my name is Shelly. I'm the creator of the page Is There Anyone Up There? This is my first video for the page, so I'm like really nervous, and so are the rest of them. I just want to introduce myself and just say a few things for my first video. I'm doing it while I'm driving and working, because I was so nervous about doing this. This was the only way I could figure we could handle it, doing it. So, I just want to start out by just letting everybody know a little bit about me. I'm not going to go into great details on my first video, because there's just so much to tell, and it would take forever probably. So I'm just going to start out with a little bit. I'm 48 years old. I am a wife and mother. My family is everything to me. They're what we wake up for every day of our lives. I am blessed with a great husband who has dealt with a lot being married to me. He's my soulmate. He is my rock. So just a little bit there. We've been married almost 13 years. We have 3 children, but I also have 3 adult children from a previous marriage who are grown and have children of their own. I'm also a grandma. So if anything right there should tell you, I'm an all-American woman that has the typical life, just like everybody else. Only the only difference between me and probably what people call normal is I live with DID, which I was diagnosed when I was a teenager with it. All I'm going to talk about that right now is that I've had trauma in my life when I was young, and apparently I ended up becoming DID, which is dissociative identity disorder. Years ago, it was a multiple personality disorder. I don't want to get into a lot of that right now. As I go on in time with this, I'll get into more detail about that. I am doing this with the support of everybody else that's here. I have the support of my husband, most of my family and friends, my older children. It's not that they don't believe in this, but it's just hard for them to try to understand who I am with this, because all their lives my older children, I didn't hide it from them, but I tried to give them as much of a normal life without it as I could. But my younger children, by the time I had them, I had become more open. And it was probably about a year or so before I had my 12-year-old, I decided I wasn't going to hide this anymore. Like, all my life, I hid from everybody most everybody. I mean, there were certain people I knew that I had this. Because back then, before I started integrating, it was really hard, because I would have what people call blackouts. It's kind of like where you go to sleep, and when you wake back up, you don't remember things that happened. Like, the others were out either handling stuff for me or just playing out, doing everyday life things, trying to help me in times that I truly needed help. But over time, as I got older and the more my life went on, I started realizing things, and it started getting scary for me, because as before, like when I would have blackouts, I call them, when I'd come back, I wouldn't know what had happened, but they would like flash pictures in my head. It was kind of like playing charades with myself, like if I came upon somebody that I didn't know, and I'd be like, well, who is this? And like they'd be talking to me like they knew me, and I'm just, I was trying to hide it back then, so it was always like, well, I'm trying to think, who is this person? So they would flash pictures in my head, or flash names in my head, or they would give me signs, and that's how I lived my life for almost all my life, like from, but then when I started realizing stuff, and it was getting harder to hide it, and as I found out later, I was starting to integrate the older I got, and trying to, I guess, become one again. Now they can come out pretty much whenever they want, and it's probably been pretty scary trying to learn how to live and interact with each other and how we are now. But anyways, I'll get into more of that down the road. I started this channel because I want to get awareness out to people, to let people know that people like me and other people with mental health issues, that doesn't mean that we're not regular people, like, that it's okay, and it's okay to be this way, and to let people know that do have this condition, or people out there that have other mental health conditions, that it's okay. It's okay to be different, because that's what society says we are. Society says we're different, even though I don't feel by any means that I'm different. Or how people say, well, you're not normal. Well, my philosophy is on all this is, what is normal? Like, because you say you're normal? No. Because to me, my life and who I am is normal. And who they are normal. Maybe everybody else out there ain't normal, and what I have and what everybody else has is normal. It's just, 1 second, I'm sorry. As I'm doing this, I'm working, so everybody's going to have to deal with me for a minute. Sorry. But I'm going to keep on talking as I'm working.